Hello lovely people, how are you today? My name is Alexandros and together we will watch this trailer, and the very first part will be just watching in one take this whole trailer without interruptions. I will just shut up and we will just enjoy this masterpiece of video. And the second part will be the frame by frame analysis of this trailer. So that's it. Thank you very much and let's watch this video. So, are you ready for some epicness? Because I just have to click here. So, let's go! We will analyze that melody and that singing here. This also will be analyzed.
How many years have come and gone since that day?
All that sentence now will be also analyzed.
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm.
That sequence
For the
also.
one they called. The warrior of light.
We will comment about those lyrics. Beautiful lyrics. Those violins here are also very beautiful. We will analyze this. But we will not analyze this Furby. This is a Furby, okay, good. Or a gremlin. But we will analyze together also this angel. This is piece of art. Everything here is art. And that guitar. That sequence also, and all of that sentence here.
What sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
We will talk about this voice acting.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles.
We will talk about that guitar also, how the music is evolving here. And once again, here also the music will be analyzed. That part also.
Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
That sequence will be also described. And those violins here. There are so many things to analyze here. I mean, masterpiece.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better. going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia.
This hoodie also will be analyzed. That part of the music, of course. We will analyze this part. And we will see this.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone.
That whole sequence here.
If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten.
That sentence also.
Become what you must.
And that part, this color here, this purple color will be also described, analyzed, stuff like that. And this part.
Become the warrior of darkness.
Oh my god. I am never bored of watching this trailer. This is a masterpiece. And so, yeah, we will now analyze everything frame by frame. So, if this was the first time that you were watching this trailer ever, congrats, and I hope you enjoyed this trailer. You don't have to be a fan of FF14 to enjoy this trailer. I mean, everybody can enjoy, even my grandma can enjoy this trailer, I think. Everybody can feel the beauty of this trailer. I mean, it smells art, it stinks art everywhere, you know? So now we will do frame by frame. I mean, sometimes we will not analyze everything, of course, but a lot of stuff for sure. So let's go from here. I hope this is good. Yeah, let's close this. Okay. So listen carefully to this melody here. Okay, so if you are watching a lot of movies, maybe you know which kind of song it can remind you of. It reminds me of the good, the bad, and the ugly. This melody, if now you will listen to this song called Ecstasy of Gold, yes, it's very similar to Ecstasy of Gold, yeah, let's be frank. So I think this whole sequence here was inspired from Ecstasy of Gold, from this movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But also, the fighting sequence that we will see after is very similar and has some cinematographic codes that are used from the movie of Sergio Leone, the director of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So, here you can see a bokeh effect. Now everybody knows the bokeh effect because of Instagram and stuff like that. You know, everybody knows a little bit of photography. But the bokeh effect is when you want to make the background blurry. So here, the purpose is to show that this word has a very important meaning here. because it will be something important in the next seconds of this trailer. So we can see that sword here. Beautiful singing, by the way.
How many years have come and gone since that day?
And here you have a, you know, this trailer is a masterpiece for everything. Everything here is a masterpiece. The cinematography is a masterpiece, but also the writing of this trailer. I mean, how to hype you, you know? This is a way to hype people by telling a sentence like, how many years? This is epic, you know, when you have how many years I have waited. You can feel, you know, the time flowing here, and that this is a momentum. This is a momentum now. Now we are reaching a very critical point of this story, of this game. How many years?
How many years have I waited for this moment?
For this moment. Beautiful voice acting here. So true. And so here, as you can see, you have a duel. Duel. It's time for duel. And you can see that the camera is zooming on the most important part here, which are the sword and the hand, because that's where the fight will take place. But this sequence also reminds me of what? Of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So there is one moment in the movie where you have a duel. I don't want to spoil for some people who didn't watch this movie, so it's not totally a duel, but okay. But this way of filming was inspired by the way of Sergio Leone movie directing, yes? By zooming, not showing the whole character, but showing the arm, just a part, to just convey this message that this is the most important part. And also by doing so, there is a kind of mystery, because for one fraction of this scene, there is a tension. You cannot watch what is happening outside that hand, you know? And this is primal instinct from mankind, you know, to when you don't know what is happening, there is a tension. So that's how you are creating tension. You don't know what is outside this frame of this hand. Something can happen. Somebody can attack you from the back. Somebody, you know. So this is primal instinct here. And you will see now a little sequence of the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
For the one that stood alone.
The arm here. The arm. The eyes, the mouth. Yes. I guess a lot of people will say here that, oh, this is weeb, you know? But this is not that weeb. This is not that weeb, because this was inspired by Akira Kurosawa, the very famous movie director, Japanese movie director. This was inspired by him, but you know, Sergio Leone took inspiration from Akira Kurosawa. It was one of his biggest inspiration, yes? So, if you say that this sequence is weeb, you can say that all the movies from Sergio Leone are weeb, and all the movies of Quentin Tarantino are also weeb, because Tarantino took inspiration from Sergio Leone, and Sergio Leone took inspiration from Akira Kurosawa. So everything is weeb, you know? You know, I have advice to tell you. If somebody tells you, this is weeb, Just tell them that, you know, everything which is artistic, everything which is fantastic, everything which is not realist is weeb in that case, you know. So, you know, it's people who are very down to earth and who are very realistic, you know, realistic. They cannot think outside the box of realism, and everything which is not realistic, this is weeb. This is, you know, because they don't have a creative mindset. And I am not criticizing people who are down to earth. We need people like that. But it's just like, you know, this is an artistic expression. And if you don't want to be realistic, you will have way more creativity. If you are too down to earth, you will create nothing. You will have no room for creativity, yes? And that's what is art, yes? And we are here in this channel talking about the artistic side of video games and enjoying the art in video games, every type of art. So this is just beautiful, yeah? This is stylish. This is spectacular, yeah? And this is symbolic. I love that part. And yes, okay, call me a weeb, call 2 billion of people weeb in that case, but no, this is just beautiful. This is not weeb, this is beautiful.
For the one they called.
And that tension here. You see that tension is beautiful. For the one they called. And what? He's not talking. He just say cold and what? You know, that's how you create tension, by not talking. You know, sometimes the most important is just to not talk. Did you notice, for example, when you were at school, when there was a lot of noise, yeah, when the kids were only chatting all the time and yelling? The best method that teachers are using is to stop talking, yeah? They stop to talk, and people are noticing after, you know, oh, she's not talking anymore. And here it's important. There is a pause so that there is a tension building here, yeah? And also the violins here are creating a tension. And by the way, those violins here that you will listen are beautiful. I love them because it's like galloping. They are galloping, you know, it's like being on a horse, you know. And the door screen. The door screen here is made to also create tension. What the fuck is happening? So much stuff happened here, and now no screen. And now you are making the transition to something else, yes? That black screen is often used if you want to separate here the chapters of that story. What happened here before was an introduction. This is not the present here. This is the past. If you have played FF14, you know that that sequence is from the previous extension. And now we are in Shadowbringers. Here the lyrics. I love how this is done by Whisper. Yeah, this is making like a vibe, you know, a very devilish vibe, very ethereal vibe. Yes, I love that. And here the lyrics are just beautiful. I love the concept of counting here, because it's like, you know, one brings shadows, one bring light. After it's one bring shadow, bring light. Two, I have forgotten now the lyrics. Of course, when you want, of course you are forgetting, but okay, let's go. Yeah, one brings the light, two tone echoes tumbling through time, 3 score casted, 10 cast aside, 4-4 knowing no one inside. This is a very catchy way of making lyrics. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see how also the phrase of that music is made in that way, you know. I will do now a music count. This music is made in a time signature, which is the most common. It's like 95% of music. It's called 4-4. So you are counting like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Let's do it. And you will see how it's well constructed with the lyrics together. The lyrics and the structure of the music are well synchronized here. It's beautiful. This is what we call songwriting. When you want to tell a story through music, this is songwriting. This is how the melody and the lyrics are well synchronized together. This is songwriting. This is beautiful songwriting. And also the lyrics of that song are, of course, linked with the story of the game. But I don't want to spoil you too much the story of Shadowbringers, which is just a masterpiece of story. Okay, let's count. Let's go here. One brings the light. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da-da-na, da-da-na, ba-da-da, ba-da-na, ba-da-na, ba-da-na. Yeah? And here again, those beautiful violins, galloping violins. This is music effect, you know. Those galloping violins here are announcing that something will come, yeah? Something is coming afar, you know, and is closer and closer, like a threat, like there is a tension building through those violins, and also those violins are making a beautiful punctuation of the song, you know. It's moving, it's making move the song forward, yeah. And here, angel bathing. That singing here. This will be crazy now. Listen carefully, because this is totally crazy how everything is coming full circle here. This is reminding me of Metallica. Yeah, this is a way of singing, and also the melody, the guitar, everything here reminds me of Metallica. And now guess what? If you know Metallica, what is happening at the very first and the very beginning of each gig of Metallica? If you are a fan of Metallica, you know that they are playing which song? Ecstasy of Gold. And Ecstasy of Gold is a song of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes? This is crazy. You see how everything is coming full circle. We have Metallica, Akira Kurosawa, Sergio Leone, Tarantino, everybody is together in this trailer, you know. This is just an orgasm of the best musicians and artists put together in this trailer. That's why this trailer is a masterpiece. If you are inspired from the best, it just, you know, is normal that this is a masterpiece. It's a very James Hetfield way of singing, yeah? The singer of Metallica. Ooh. What the fuck, yeah? And here, the transition. Beautiful transition with the flame, you know. It's so effortless in this trailer. Everything is effortless. We are now changing in a very brutal way You know, now we are entering a new scene, but you don't feel that transition at all. And here, you can feel that despair, yeah? You can see here the camera is tilting. The camera is like you are here, you know? It's very down, like this, and it's tilting up. Yeah, in cinematography, in cinema, this is called a tilt. And this is an effect to, to feel that this tree is bigger than it is really, yeah? It's making this tree bigger. And by doing so, and with the explosion and the fire here, this is making the fire even more impressive because the tree will fall. That's how you are making everything more, bombastic, more spectacular here. And here the photography is beautiful. We have here this tower at the center because this will be the main topic of this part. Here the violins, listen carefully to these beautiful violins that are flying like that. This is just beautiful also. This is how to make the song more interesting here. And here we have two characters. And this is very interesting. Here we have the so-called hoodie plot twist device. This is used a lot in Square Enix games. You have a hoodie, so you don't know who it is, and this is creating some mystery. You want to know who is that person. So I call this the Tetsuya Nomura hoodie plot twist device. Tetsuya Nomura is working in Square Enix and is famous for Final Fantasy 7, 8, 10, 13, 15, stuff like that. He was involved in many FF and Kingdom Hearts, and you can see many, design of clothes from him. This is a typical Nomura way of doing, but this is not Nomura because you don't have the famous zippers here. Yeah, you don't have zippers, but they were a little bit inspired also by Nomura for sure.
What sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
This is just beautiful. I mean, this is a masterpiece of voice acting, It's just crazy. I don't know the name of his actor now, but I will check. But, to be a voice actor is not just to do good acting. He has just a beautiful voice here, So many people who have deep voice, is just deep like that, It's like Barry White, yeah, the most famous example. Barry White, is very deep like that. But here it's deep, a deep voice, a low voice, but it's very dark here. It's not a warm, it's not a low and warm voice here. It's a low and dark voice, I mean, a very unique voice. This is really hard, to achieve such beautiful voice like that. Really beautiful. And the sentence, we may accept this fate or deny it. We may accept this fate or defy it, but we cannot deny it. This is beautiful. In the sounding of this sentence is defy, deny, it rhymes beautifully here. Defy, deny, and just the way the sentence is told is just beautiful. This is again beautiful writing here. Here we are talking more about literature, yeah, but this is just beautiful. I mean, in this trailer, every sentence here is catchy. It's very hard to make, a short sentence with deep meaning, but it's still easy to understand, You know, because so many people are making complex stuff just for the sake of making complex, but you know, people are not understanding the genius. Here it's simple and complex at the same time. You know, it's a very stoic statement here. I mean, this guy and the other character here are very stoic, and this is beautiful. You see a huge contrast between this crazy fire, and they are just standing like that, you know, very stoic. And this is a very stoic philosophy here. It's like, you know, we can accept this or we can deny this, but, you know, we can accept or defy, but we cannot deny. This is very stoic. Like, yeah, this is the reality. It is good or bad, but this is the reality, and we have to accept this. And this is just beautiful, beautiful sentence here.
Deny.
Yeah.
I am not wont to
Hoodie.
run from my troubles.
Hoodie plot twist device. Yeah, you can feel how he's pushing here. Yeah. And now we have the dragoon. Yeah. Here it's beautiful. You see this sequence here. I will check here. Here is falling and the weapon after, you know. I love that effect. It's making everything more rhythmic here, you know. Tam tam. And here, beautiful. That's how you can show the power. This punch is strong. Why? Because there is a slowdown, and this little slowdown effect is here. You know, this is a cinematographic effect to make this punch. It gives this punch more weight. Yes, it's like boom, like that. Yeah, beautiful. And after everything is falling, you know. So, of course, everything here is a little bit exaggerated, and that's normal. That's how you make something more impactful, more spectacular. And this is just genius. They have made now a transition. Yes, we are coming back to that scene, and that wind is revealing the character. Yeah, it's just beautiful how it's made, you know. This is how you make a very organic trailer. I mean, everything in this trailer is organic. So many things are happening in this trailer, but you never feel that there is a rupture. Yeah, there is no rupture. Everything is cohesive, but at the same time, so much stuff is happening, and so many things are done in a very effortless way. You know, there is a flow here. Like, you know, you have that fire and it's blowing everything, and the camera is zooming out also, and her hoodie also together. Yeah, so there is an effect here. You can feel the wind because here it's zooming out. Yes, so like, you know, beautiful. And yeah, if you know this character, you are happy, yeah, because many people love this character. I cannot tell you because it could be a spoiler for some people who didn't play FF14. Okay, good.
Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
Transition, okay, with the staff, beautiful. And here, this is very photographic. I mean, here, this is very photographic, you know. There are so many type of arts used in this trailer, and that's why this trailer is a masterpiece, because each art is used in a very clever way and in a very beautiful way. So let's check with the mouse here. You see here at the bottom we have the poverty, of course, And this is very gray, yes? No color. And here you have this path. And this path is eye-catching, yes? This is eye-catching. This is, in photography, you are using technique in order to attract the eye in a certain way. You are using rhythms, you are using shapes in order to make the picture readable. And also in order to manipulate you, yeah? This is, photography is eye manipulating, actually. And here, that trench here is indicating where you have to look. And this is this palace here. And you can feel the contrast. This is colorful, beautiful. This is colorful. A lot of gold. Of course, gold is about money. They are rich. And here you have the contrast. Here it's like black and white, Here you have some color, and here it's black and white. Beautiful contrast between both of those things. It's the best way to show that there are poor and rich people. Sorry. And here, this trailer is just a masterpiece. I will repeat 10 times, but I am impressed here because those people are Japanese people, and this is European culture. And so they have searched a lot of information in order to describe history well, This looks like, France, like, Louis XIV, Louis XVI, or, just before the French Revolution. It could be also somewhere else in Europe, yeah? But this is typical, yeah, from these Renaissance times, yes? And a lot of people here, would say, oh, they are fat, okay? But this is not made by luck, at that time in France, during the Renaissance, yes? Because I'm French. When you were fat, this was a sign that you were rich, At that time, at that era, this was a positive thing to be fat, yes? This was a positive thing. This was a sign that you were rich and, that you had a lot of money. And the poor people were, slim. So that's what they wanted to show here. I know they are weird with the ears. And but this is a reference to European history. So congrats to Square Enix to make good research, of European history, because this is well transcribed. And of course, this was transformed after, in a fantasy way with those weird ears. That transition is spectacular, I love how the violins here, bum, bum, boo, 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 you will hear. But here you can feel that transition is also synchronized with those violins, We will just rewind. It's rewind time. So, yeah, it's rewind time. So it's here, yeah? Listen carefully to the violins and how in this part there is a little slow down. There is a little slow motion in order to synchronize well with those violins here. Beautiful, When you are creating a video, you have to have a knowledge of cinematography, but also have a knowledge of music. This is how you make a great trailer. Both has to communicate together in a beautiful way. Dun, 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 dun. And that transition is just beautiful. I mean, spectacular. Scroll down.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better.
Yeah, and by the way, they have all here British accent. This is a little bit stereotypical because you know, because it's British, it sounds more medieval. Yeah, it sounds more old, but it has its charm. I mean, British accent is beautiful. So, but they have all here British accent. Here we have a beautiful battle. I have not a lot to say. So if you have something to comment about this part, in the comment section, it will be more than welcome. You know, I love to talk about this. And this channel is made to talk about everything connected to arts and video games. So it will be a pleasure. You can write something about this sequence because, you know, I don't know everything, you know. It's not like I know everything, no. It's the contrary. I am learning with you also.
I'm not going.
Here, beautiful photography. You see that sword, how from the corner, yeah? I will try to show you with the mouse, not with my hands, but with the mouse. Here, yeah? This is again because in a vast majority of countries, we are reading from the left to the right. So in a very instinctive way, our eyes are always reading from you know, this part. Sorry, because I have the camera, this, yeah? So this is photography because here that sword, you know, is catching the eye and leading us to this character. And this is very cleverly made because this is now the principal character of this trailer, yeah? This is the most important character of that sequence. So you have that sword here, so that the eye is going to that character who is talking now.
Anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia.
And here again we have this plot twist hoodie from Square. And now, yeah, again, this is the tilt effect, yeah, used in cinema. So you are down and it's like your head is watching up, yes? And this is how you are creating an effect of, it's huge, yeah? You feel that this is big, thanks to those effects. And by the way, these crystal towers reminds me a little bit of the skyscraper Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Yeah? This is the Burj Khalifa of FF14. Yes, I will do a pause here. I mean, some people will enjoy that frame for sure. So, but here I don't want to describe about her beauty because this is obvious, but just one thing is very important here, and it's about colors. Here, you see her eyes are purple. And the trees are also purple. This is also used in painting a lot, in photography, painting, in a lot of visual arts. It's how to communicate and to convey a message. This here means that she is connected to nature, you know, to nature. And if you know well this race is called Viera, yes? And in FF12, Viera, and in general, Vieras are living where? In the forest, yes? In the forest, they are living in the forest. And that's what they wanted to convey here. She has purple eyes and it's linked with the trees. She is close to nature. And the Viera are close to the nature. If you know the story of FF12, you know that they are close to the nature, in connection with the nature. We will just rewind, so rewind time. I would just want to show how she's dancing in a beautiful way, also in a very sensual way, but it's of course connected and synchronized with the song, but it's normal. When you dance, it's better to be synchronized with the rhythm. How she's jumping and here you are dancing with her, you know? That camera which is now turning around, you know? This is like you are dancing with her, you know? This is the effect that they wanted to show. Now let's talk about the song, you know? This song is of course a classic. This is a song of Nobuo Uematsu, Eternal Wind. And when I was watching this trailer the first time, I was just crying. I mean, even now, I have watched this trailer 100 times and I am still emotional by listening to this. You know, this is just such a catchy melody. Nobuo Uematsu is a composer that is very melody driven. You have some composer like Masashi Hamauzu, which is also composing for Final Fantasy, yeah? Who is more harmony driven, you know? But Uematsu is a lot about the melody and the bass line also. But this melody is so catchy, and I advise you to listen to the original song, Eternal Wind, FF3, the 8-bit version. I mean, you will be impressed how much he was able to compose impressive stuff with a little machine like the NES console, you know? It's like beep, 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 you know? It's beep, beep, beep all the time, you know? But he was already able to make spectacular music with very limited technical possibilities. So this song is just too beautiful to be described. I mean, I am speechless. Sorry, I start to be a little bit tired, but let's go. And this, I mean, that camera effect, you know, you are going up. This is spectacular. You are traveling, you know, it's like you are traveling. Here, you know, all that sequence is made in a way like you are more traveling. They are showing you this new city because this is a new city, a new town of FF14. So that's why here the camera from the very beginning was in a perspective of somebody who is walking and after flying, yes? That sequence here is not made for showing a battle. This is made for traveling, yeah? Very well made. And this kind of camera effect would have been impossible 10 years ago in the cinema. You know, in the cinema, believe me, in the cinema, they were jealous of video games sometimes. Because in video games, you were able to make spectacular camera effects that were impossible to do in cinema, because, you know, imagine you would have a helicopter, yeah, in cinema, in the cinema. In movies, if you would have a helicopter, the helicopter would have to do a loop like that, you know, in order to do that sequence, yes? So, you know, if you don't want to die or to have an accident, you know, they didn't want to risk such things, you know? So this was nearly impossible to do. But now, you know, you have drones, so now it's more possible. But I mean, still, video games are able to do some stuff that are more spectacular than movies, you know? And they are jealous about that. And here, two things here. The violins, of course, are just so emotional and beautiful. The vibrato of those violins are just so beautiful. But you know what? Here there is also a symbol. This note here, this is the highest note of the whole trailer, yeah? This is the highest note, musical note you can reach in this trailer. Is nah, something like that, yeah? I cannot do, you know, 1 octave more, you know, higher, but... And this is also the highest point of this trailer, because this is the tower, yeah? So you see how together are linked those things? The melody is now at its peak. And also, in a visual way, we have reached the peak here, yes? This is the peak. Let's listen once again to this highest note here. Yeah, this is the highest point here. And one thing here that I love is this. I love, you know what? Because this trailer is so beautiful, because it's not only a realistic trailer. I mean, technically, this is a beautiful trailer. This is close to reality. Yeah, you have a lot of realism, but I love how balanced this trailer, because in that moment, it's not realistic anymore. In that very sequence, this is more symbolic. This is more like a drawing, yes? And I love how this trailer can be sometimes very realistic and sometimes can look like a drawing, you know? This looks like a drawing. This is very spiritual. I mean, everything. We have reached the peak of this trailer with the melody. We are in the highest point of the trailer, and we are reaching also the cosmos. Here we can see the planets. You can see supernova, stuff like that. Everything is synchronized, the melody and the visuals. And often here, maybe not today, but I can still cry here watching this part. This is just so beautiful. This is the peak here of the melody, yeah? Not of the trailer, but of the melody.
This tragedy.
Once again, we have the hoodie plot twist device here.
Greater even than the 7th umbral calamity must be undone.
That transition, of course, is beautiful. And we are now coming back to that fight. And they are showing you the threat. This is the threat here, yeah? This is here the threat. And I want to tell you something which is absolutely beautiful. I mean, this is just incredible. It's that angel here, you know? Let's watch this angel here. Yeah? You see? I mean, just imagine you are in Square Enix and Yoshi P, you know, the director of FF14, tells you, oh, you know, we need to do something that is bright but evil. Draw it, you know? Imagine the pressure of the artist that had to draw and to imagine the design of this angel. You know, because normally, if you want to describe something dark and devilish, you just do something which is dark and evil, yes? But here this is an angel, yes? And normally an angel is something pure and beautiful in many cultures and religions, yes? You know, in Islam, in Christianity, you know, in many religions, an angel is something positive, yes? But here, no. Here in this extension, in Shadowbringers, the light is evil, you know? And how they were able to make something creepy like this angel is just, how to say, this is a masterpiece. Because here you can see this is white, so normally white is good, white is the light, is bright, positive. But here, they have made in a way that it looks like a porcelain, yeah? It looks like a porcelain. It looks like marble, porcelain. They have made in such a way that this is uncanny. Something is uncanny here. It looks like, you know, this angel looks like, you know, not human. It is uncanny. This is not a normal skin here. It's more like a marble or porcelain, you know. This is very uncanny, very weird. And that's how they were able to make something creepy. This angel is pure and creepy, yeah? This is incredible. This is a masterpiece. I mean, congrats. Maybe some of you knows who made this trailer. We need to know. We need to know who has made this trailer or the team, and just tell them thank you. Thank you for the emotions of this trailer. Thank you. I would like to know who has made this trailer, you know, because this is spectacular. And now will happen my favorite moment of this trailer. Just now. That moment is just breathtaking. Like would say, you know, Keanu Reeves, you're breathtaking, you know. So this is breathtaking, but I mean, that part is just art. As you can see, of course, you have this beautiful sword and this samurai, but I mean, you can see how big is that angel, but that part here, this is so epic. This is so epic. I love it because you see how he's crushing him, yeah? I mean, but the animator of that scene is a genius, because you can see here a little slowdown, yeah? But it's very hard to animate this. Just let's check once again. Let's check once again. You see, it's like, but it's slowing down at the end. But I love that animation because it's crushing him in a very strong way, but you can feel that it's in a very gentle way. In a strong but gentle way. Like what? Like the light, you know? Like, you know, the light is supposed to be something gentle and beautiful and positive, yes? So that's exactly how it's done here. Normally, the light is something light, yes? And it's something gentle. And here, this angel is actually gentle. Gentle but evil. And that's how it's shown. It's a gentle crush, but a strong crush, yes? Because normally light is pure, light is good. And actually when you see how the behavior of that angel is not like, you know, raging like or stuff like that. No, it's just like, you know, oh, okay. And like there and good, you know, is like, I'm good. I am the good, I am the light, yes? And here this is just perfect. You can feel the forces of the good crushing you, you know, so-called good, yeah? And also this is so epic. You see that warrior of light, because this is you, the player. Here is the warrior of light, yeah? You see, he's like fighting his beautiful teeth, you know. I am jealous of his teeth. I have shitty teeth, but I would like to have teeth like that. I mean, and that's hair also. You see, I have no hair also. So, but I mean, you know, this is crazy. I mean, you can feel the epicness because he's suffering, but he will not give up, you know. And the third thing of this picture, I love how it's semi-realistic, you know. in one hand, that area is very, very realistic, yes? It's a full motion video, but here it's very graphic. Here it's like painting like, you know? I love how here it's looking like a painting a little bit. And also you see how this foot here is occupying the half of the screen, yeah? If you divide the screen, this is the half, yes? Beautiful. I sometimes, you know, when I am watching this trailer, I could just replay that part 10 times in a row, and I love it.
If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten.
And that sentence is art. Once again, if history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. This is so catchy. I have talked with many people, you know, in the community of FF14, and everybody knows that sentence. This is like a meme now, but a meme in a good way. But this is so beautiful. You know, if this would have been poorly written, it would have been like, oh, let's save the world, or there is a danger, or, the dark, forces are killing everybody, we must save the world and stuff like that. But no, here it's more in a more literature-esque way, yeah? If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten, you know? And I love that sentence is giving me shivers, you know? It's like, it's way more subtle than just, oh, let's save the world, you know? And here, yeah, he's crushing him.
Become what you must.
And here, we have this purple color. And you know, colors are not made by hazard, you know? This is purple because the purple color is the strongest color in the whole colors, you know? If you have the color spectrum, and actually I will show you this color spectrum, you can see that the lowest frequencies are the red color, and the highest frequencies is the purple color. And that's why they have chosen this purple color, to show you that this is the highest frequency here, that this is the strongest power in this game, okay? Because now, you know, this is the power of darkness. And normally they would show darkness by something dark. But here in FF14 Shadowbringers, the purple color is representing darkness, yes? But darkness here is positive in Shadowbringers. It's not bad, okay? And the purple color is the highest frequency, the most positive frequency, the most spiritual frequency. And actually, purple color is often associated with spirituality, yes? So here we have, this is the good. This is the good. Here, the good is the darkness. And this. Yes, this. You know, Final Fantasy is, I love that franchise because it's inspired by every mythology and religions of the world. It's not like God of War, where it's just inspired from the Greek mythology and now the Nordic one, yeah, because they wanted to change a little bit, so now they have made the Nordic mythology. But in Final Fantasy, they are inspired and they are mixing a lot of religions and mythology. And here, this is clearly Moses splitting the sea, yeah? So this is a biblical reference, yes? So here, our warrior of light, which now is the warrior of darkness, in Shadowbringers is, is like Moses,
Become the warrior of darkness.
And you see, he's like Moses. He's splitting the sea. He has the purple color, which is positive. And the music is resolving. Na, na. In a beautiful way. Na. And the chorus also at the bottom. Ah. The music is finally resolving here. We had tension during 7 minutes. It's all tension, tension, tension. And here you have the resolution of this music. And just one more thing that I want to say is how the music here is just genius. I mean, the structure of this song is a masterpiece because you start from a very slow melody, you have that beautiful singing, opera singing, and after you have that rock music. And, at the beginning with the Gremlin, you think that this is already the peak of this music. But no, after we are doing twice stronger with the guitars, yes? And after you have the big core, and after you have the part with Nobuo Uematsu with the violins, yes, with the crystal tower, and after you have everything brought together at the very end, yes? And it's getting stronger and stronger. There are like 5 layers of intensity. It's getting more and more and more intense, This is totally crazy, and this is not a typical structure of a typical radio song where you have like, you have the verse and the chorus, verse, chorus, and after you have the bridge, and after you have an outro. No, here, you have 5 parts, and everything is so cohesive, and everything is getting stronger and stronger. Like everything in this trailer is effortless. The music is effortless, and also the visuals are effortless, the transitions are effortless, and everything is flowing. And this is just one of the most beautiful trailers that I have seen in my life. And this is one of the very few trailers that I am watching because it is beautiful. And not because I am watching because I want to know more information about the game. You have many trailers where you want to see the trailer to analyze the game, which is great, But this is one of the very few trailers when I am watching just because this is beautiful, And that's why I wanted to make this analysis with you of this trailer. So thank you very much if you have watched with me this trailer, and you will be more than welcome to write comments on the section down, and to add some analysis also. And let's talk about this. This will be a pleasure because I love video games, I love Final Fantasy, and I love art. So thank you very much, and have a great day.